What does the fox say?
Down to the wire.
How's it going, guys? I'm Shawn and this is Down to the Wire. So today I could talk to you guys about several different things. For starters, TFC played their game against Montreal Impact and lost 3-2. Or I could talk to you guys about the Raptors and their extremely tough schedule lately. Now, I was going to talk to you guys about TFC, but since I did a video on them 2 weeks ago, I decided I'd do something else. However, I will mention this. TFC was down 3-0 to the Montreal Impact at one point. And TFC was really struggling in the first half and a bit in the second, because Montreal Impact got into an early lead of 2-0 in just 12 minutes, and they were making it look rather easy. But the boys did fight back, and they got 2 huge away goals, which is crucial, because now all TFC has to do is win 1-0 at home, and they're through to the finals. I feel like the attitude that TFC showed was brilliant, because they never gave up. They were pushing forward no matter what, and they knew that they had to score a couple of goals going back home to Toronto to have a chance to go to the finals, and they did exactly that. But that's not what I want to talk about today. Today, I want to talk to you guys about the Champions League, and more specifically, Leicester City. Why Leicester City? Well, something is just odd about them this season. Now, if you watched our Premier League preview, I said that Leicester City was not going to finish in a top 5 spot in the Premier League. Their Cinderella story was amazing last season, but this season, many people knew that it was back to reality for Leicester City. And they are back to reality. They have just 12 points in 12 games played so far. But here's the odd part. You flip over to the Champions League, and they're doing amazing. They have finished first in their group, they've qualified for the round of 16, and they have 13 points in 5 games played. What's up with that? Well, lots has changed for Leicester City. For starters, their 2 stars, Mahrez and Vardy, 2 guys that were scoring at will basically last season, are struggling. Vardy doesn't have a single goal in his last 14 games for Leicester City. And Mahrez, well, he doesn't have a goal in open play yet. He only has 1 assist. It doesn't help that their goalkeeper, Kasper Schmeichel, is injured right now. And this injury has completely disrupted their defensive stability. But Leicester fans, I wouldn't panic, because they are doing extremely well in the Champions League, showing signs of the team that they were last season. And let's be honest, did you really expect them to make a title run again this season? So where do you go from here? Well, obviously Leicester City does not want to get relegated. That is the last place they want to be. A mid-table finish, however, will be just fine for this team. By avoiding relegation in the league this season, they could potentially push for a top 8 spot next season and continue to build from there. But what about the Champions League this season? How far can they go? Well, to be honest, they may not be here again for a while. So, the further, the better. Now, a lot of people are saying that Leicester City's focus is on the Champions League, and they should just focus on that and try to win it. And they're also saying that the reason for Leicester City's success in the Champions League is because all the players are focused on winning that. But that's not the case. Let's not forget that Leicester City's Champions League group is not that strong. So 13 points from 5 games is understandable. Whereas in the Premier League, yes, you're facing lesser opponents, but you're also facing opponents with high quality. Teams like Manchester City, Manchester United, Arsenal, Liverpool. You're facing all these teams, you're going to get beat. So now they're through the round of 16. What's next? Well, to be honest, I don't see this team winning at all. I don't see them winning the Champions League. And that's because there are so many elite teams out there. Teams like Real Madrid, Dortmund, Atletico Madrid, Barcelona, Juventus, Bayern. These are generally the teams that you think of when you think Champions League winners, not Leicester City. I'm sorry, Leicester City fans, but it's kind of true. However, now that they're through to the round of 16, reaching the quarterfinals is a possibility, but it may not be easy. As things stand right now, you have Bayern and Real Madrid both occupying 2nd place in their group. You also have Manchester City 2nd right now, but they're kind of irrelevant in this situation. But what does that mean for Leicester? Well, they have finished 1st in their group. That means when it comes to the draw on December 12th, they could potentially draw Real Madrid or Bayern as their opponent in the round of 16. And I'm sorry, Leicester fans, unless something miraculous happens, if they do draw one of those 2 teams, it's bye-bye to the Champions League. Because the fact is, Leicester cannot draw an English team in the round of 16. They can only face an English team in the quarters. That makes the chances of them drawing one of Real Madrid or Bayern, if they do finish 2nd in their group, a huge possibility. And while I'm not saying it's going to be really easy for Real Madrid or Bayern to beat Leicester City, Real Madrid and Bayern have both proven that they can get to the semi-finals year after year, if not the finals. But seriously, Leicester fans, don't freak out, because as things stand right now, they are in a good spot. They only need a couple more wins and they're right back into the middle of the Premier League. And that's basically where they should be. But if they do draw one of the more appealing fixtures like Sevilla, Lyon, Bayer Leverkusen, well, then things might be different. And you could just see them in the quarterfinals. As for the rest of the groups in the Champions League, they're pretty much going as expected. Real Madrid and Dortmund are 1-2 in their group. Barcelona and Manchester City are 1-2 in their group. Atletico Madrid and Bayern are 1-2 in their group, with Atletico winning every single game they played so far. It's kind of impressive. So there you have it. You're all caught up with the Champions League and Leicester City's weird season so far. Although their performance in the Champions League, like I mentioned, isn't that surprising considering the group that they're in. And back to TFC for a second. Their second game against Montreal is at BMO Field on Wednesday, so don't forget to watch that. And let's go Reds. So that's going to do it for today's video. I tried to keep it short because I do have a lot of other work to get to. With that being said, hit like if you like this video, hit subscribe if you really like it, and you can watch my last video right over there. And as always, continue to share. We appreciate the support. And I will be back with another video next week and potentially another video this week if I have the time. I've also launched a new Twitter page, so don't forget to follow that. I have provided a link in the description for you to do so. But for now, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys later.